Hello and welcome to India Today SoSouth. I am Sanjay Ponnappa,
I'm Sarah Fazil.
and today we are talking about a film that is having a monstrous run at the box office. Sandeep Reddy Vanga has let out a monster, actually an animal at the box office. It is not just the biggest film in the country right now, but actually in the world. because
500 crores.
500 crores. It was the biggest film, most successful film at the box office
And
throughout the world over
and-
the weekend.
And you know what, Sanjay? I finally am going to say that the amount of anger that I threw at him when he came back and told me that Animal was such an amazing movie. And I was like, how can you say that? Wait till I go watch it. I'm already listening to these reviews and these comments. I will say I beg to differ now.
For those of you who don't know what she's talking about, we've given a review about the film, and if you want to see it, just check it out. The link will be somewhere around here.
So, Sanjay, there's something very interesting that I did today. I walked around a university because I wanted to ask the Gen Z crowd what they felt about this movie, Animal, by Sandeep Reddy Vanga.
Okay,
And I was quite blown by their reactions. Are you ready to watch it?
sure.
Let's go for it.
Why this movie is being talked about so much.
The movie was more about the father-son relationship.
You portray women in it, it matters a lot.
It was bad, like pure bad.
I didn't like the acting of Rashmika at all.
People in the audience were cheering when the women in the film were being treated like crap.
This is the responsibility of the actors.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
Something where I can act.
People who get triggered easily, don't watch it. Go watch Barbie. Go watch Barbie.
That was a wow.
Sandeep Reddy Vanga's movie Animal has entered
Who's this?
India and 500 crores worldwide. Animal starring Ranbir Kapoor, Rashmika Mandana, Anil Kapoor, Bobby Deol has indeed created quite a wave when it comes to the Hindi cinema industry.
You don't speak so slowly in real life. What the?
People don't have to know those details, okay?
Controversy surrounding the concepts that it has
very
indulged in
excited.
and much more. Let's find out what do they think about a movie like Animal becoming a blockbuster hit. So what do you have to say about a movie like Animal hitting the 300 crore club, a worldwide 500 crore movie?
Oh yeah, it's become about numbers these days and not about the movies.
He changes his
So
perspective. Watch.
after I saw Animal, it had a story. It had a story that this Vijay guy had. This
This is the guy who said it was bad.
Yeah. Wow.
He overtook the storyline. It was bad, like pure bad.
You're bad.
I would say the movie was pretty misogynistic. A lot of
Social citizen in the making. Responsible citizen.
I know Sandeep Reddy Vanga. His direction ultimately was good. I've heard a lot of my friends, a lot of people I've talked to, they've said that the action scenes were great. The action, okay, I understand the action part of it must have been great.
Did she not watch the film?
She told me she read the reviews of it.
The plot was kind of mid. It was not that great, to be honest.
I disagree.
I do have to give a great level of standing for the acting. Ranbir Kapoor did a really great job. We have seen this type of acting in his Rockstar movie, but I do think this one really brought his versatility out.
I
I've
agree.
always loved movies because I strictly believe
very
that
angry.
movies have a lot of impact on the viewers
And the colors match.
Absolutely.
ideas. See, I think we have come a long way from being these action and male dominant movies and
I
only
disagree.
talking about, we have come a lot far.
I
We
mean,
have
we've
lot
come a
of
lot.
movies in India.
Okay, I agree partly.
We need to make more movies like Bhosle and all.
Emotions or about those things
Do it, don't.
where in previous years where cinema
Check out this auntie, okay?
like a lot of sensitive areas we have
She
movies coming
wanted to
around.
talk.
So it's a high time we have to come.
For me personally, the movie was more about the father-son relationship. Because personally, I have a very close relationship with my father.
Absolutely
seeing
agree.
that on a movie, that was the main point for which I went to go see the movie.
I think we all went for that, didn't we?
I went for the violence.
Are you sure?
Ups and downs, but for me it was a good movie. I didn't like it at all. So I read this interview in
I
which
think
the
he'll make
guy
a good
said,
boyfriend,
if there are characters in a film who
Sure.
are racist, sexist, that's fine because it's in the film. But it was more about the director conveying his emotions through the movie, and that's actually scary. And what even traumatized me more was that when the people in the audience were cheering when the women in the film were being treated
Did you
like
do that?
crap. So yeah, for me it
Good
was
boy.
just glorified.
I laughed though because it was a comic scene.
Real cinema is dead.
I
Not-
think people should
We'll ask
watch
him.
the
We'll
movie
talk
like
about
a
it.
piece of art that the director has showed it instead of
This guy.
criticizing it. If they don't want to watch it, don't watch it. It's
I
a movie,
like
and
that
I think
line.
it was, as a perspective of entertainment-wise, it was really good, entertaining, and obviously Bobby Deol's entry was like, without saying a word, he ruled the movie, man. And Ranbir Kapoor, I
Talk
think he's
about
proven to be one of the most versatile actors of today's generation.
The plot was itself mid, it was not that great, and Bobby Deol also did a great job.
But tell us something about the whole controversy that
Yeah,
Animal is being
you should
surrounded
say
about
Bobby
dealing with
Deol
concepts
did
of
the best
misogyny,
job.
sexist, patriarchy and all of that. As a girl, as a woman.
I mean, it's a movie. You have to watch it through a movie side.
See?
You cannot bring all of it. It was
Satya
the movie
Vachan.
was portrayed
Open-minded women we
like
need.
that, and the audience have to watch it like that. If you want to support it, you support it. If you don't want to support it,
Don't support it.
People who have the intellectual awareness of taking that movie, take what you want and leave the rest of
He's
it,
confused.
can do it. But even though it's a A film, of course people are going to watch. 13-year-old and 14-year-olds are going to watch. Or after Arjun Reddy, Arjun Reddy and Kabir Singh, one. So basically, it's going to be like that. People are going to get influenced by this, and it's not even good. I mean,
What
if
is
you
he
analyze
trying
the
to
film
say?
and
Good
take the
or
film,
not
you can,
good?
Connect everything with the title. Whatever he
He
does,
has
you can
cracked
connect
his own
everything
way
with
of
the title,
diplomacy.
Animal. But people who don't analyze the film, who just takes Ranbir Singh as this superstar,
He's that person
who's doing all
in
this,
the answer
so I
sheet
also wanna
who
do
will
this.
confuse
Will
the
act
teacher.
like Rocky Randhawa from Rocky
And
or
also,
Rani Ki
it's
Prem.
the responsibility of the actors to
Oji
say,
auntie.
no, I won't do such scripts. Bring me something where I can act. Being a person who fights and does things are.
She
that won't
represents
make you
our
an
country,
actor.
okay?
So you have to come. And
She
to
doesn't
be
like
an
it,
actor,
nobody
in the
can.
movie, you have to earn
Period.
to become an actor, not just doing the same cliche roles and acting along with a superstar.
Ranbir Kapoor played a cliche role in this.
Where you can act.
Is she confused between Shahid and Ranbir?
People are watching, just not men, just not a particular section of men or particular section of citizens are watching. A lot of people are, and imagine the kind of message it put across when you're slapping women randomly, being with them, sleeping with another woman,
Point
having an
taken,
affair with them, all of these
Sanjay?
things. I think in general, my opinion of the movie was 1 out of 5.
So yeah, people who
Our
get
man.
triggered easily, don't watch it. Go watch Barbie.
I like the editing. It was like the answer to the previous two.
See, now the highlight of this entire thing, Sanjay, was that line that the last student told us. Don't like it, go watch Barbie. And I agree with that, right?
Although it is a little, triggering.
Let's get to the point. Okay, he's laughing, guys. I'll tell you why he's laughing. I'm going to get to that. That's because before I went for the movie, I was really fuming with anger because I told him, you cannot go and tell me that a movie which has sexist comments and, so misogynistic in nature, like we don't want to spoil it for you because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of them who've not still seen the movie. But, yeah, man, I mean, treating women like that, slapping them, violence. But Sanjay, after all of this, I want to say it was a good, well-made movie.
So you agree with my review of the film?
I do partially agree with you barring the violence. But now I want to ask you, because this is supposed to be like a conversation between like a girl versus boy kind of a thingy. What you didn't really agree with? I mean,
for me, the biggest complaints about the film were the technicalities.
Yeah.
I didn't find the message. I get where people come from when they say what sort of message is this putting across, what if people pick up on this. But I really don't agree with the fact that is a filmmaker's burden.
Yeah.
He is being artistic.
True. Yes.
He is expressing himself.
Absolutely.
And it's not his burden to give out a message. It's not really a prerequisite for every film to have a message.
And my I would like to point out over here that if you're expecting movies to be politically correct in whatever they present, I think the same kind of energy, and that social activism we need in people when you see this happening in your actual lives.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of people who really go out there and support people when they go through something of this nature. We are all silent spectators, and come on, we got to agree to that. But when we see this kind of things happening in the movie saying, oh, movies are teaching us to do this, I beg to differ. I think it's very inherent in the system, whether the movies have taught us that or not. Maybe the movies are adding to it and, putting that layer out there by saying that this exists. But I don't really think so that movies have to be morally responsible for teaching us moral science.
As a reply to the comment that this is, glorifying the misogyny, I didn't feel it was glorifying misogyny.
Stating it, right?
It was just stating it.
The obvious.
the good thing about it is, as soon as there was misogyny, there was something to stop it. There was
Can I
immediate rebuttal to it.
Can I add? You remember that Rashmika Mandana scene where he says, "I would slap you so hard,"
Yeah,
like in front of all these men, and she says, "What do you think? I'm gonna keep quiet."
exactly.
So they're not showing women as a weaker sex out there, and I'm going to say it as a woman, Sanjay, that movie was fantastic. It was about a father-son relationship, and barring all the violent scenes that they showed out there, I think they were stating the obvious. Animal is a
Exactly.
must-watch.
You should watch it, and it's not like there isn't any problematic element. We are not saying it is a
We're not saying that.
happy-go-lucky good film for you to feel refreshed and all. There are a lot of gory images which comes with violence.
Yeah.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
I like it.
He likes the gory images of people getting killed, guys. I don't. I was almost going to throw up. But
That is, I'm sure all the action lovers here will agree with me.
yeah, okay, suit yourself. But at the end of it, I want to stand by this and say that I am with Sanjay that it's a great movie to go watch. It deserves to enter the blockbuster club of 500 crores.
Yeah, the technicalities I had problems with.
Like?
For example, it was too long.
Ah, okay, yeah. It was a long movie,
Short
long movie. Can I just end it by saying something which you promise you will not use against me? I loved Bobby Deol, guys. In one of the scenes when he says,
I mean, you will love him too, irrespective of the problematic element. For some odd reason, it is Ranbir who is getting all the heat.
on that note, I think we've said enough.
Yeah, it's not just Ranbir guys. Oh, Ranbir. Why am I doing the same mistake that boy did?
Ranbir Kapoor, guys.
Ranbir Kapoor.
Go watch Animal if you still haven't, and don't forget to check out the movie review as well, which is up on our page.
Also, let us know what you think. You can tell us, let us know in the comment section below if you think we are wrong.
Yeah, or if you're right.
Yes.
I'm Sarah Fazil.
I'm Sanjay Ponnappa, and you are watching
India Today's SoSouth.